This is another in a series of videos on graphing quadratics. And this one, it has a practice problem of graphing in standard form. And what I'd like you to do in this video is to graph this parabola, this quadratic function here. And I'm going to ask you to pause the video and graph this. And then after you're finished, start the video again and I'll put up the correct answer. So hit the pause button now. Hopefully now you've graphed this parabola. So once you've graphed this parabola, let's check and see what the answer would be. Well, in this problem, the vertex should have been 1, 5. The axis of symmetry, x is equal to 1. Now your table of values might be somewhat different than mine, but you should get a parabola that looks like this with the vertex, 2 points, and the axis of symmetry. If you got the correct answer, then move on to the next video. If you didn't, what I'm going to do now is go ahead and work throughout this problem. And you can follow along and see if you made a mistake at any point. So let's go ahead and graph this problem. And we can write down the steps of each problem. So to start with, let's look at what the steps are. The first step is to find the vertex. And that's just a formula. And the vertex, x is going to be equal to minus b over 2a. So in this problem right here, a is a negative 2, because a is going to be the coefficient of the x squared. B will be 4, and c will be a negative 7. And then to find the vertex, you simply plug these numbers in, so that'll be a minus 4, 2 times a negative 2, which is minus 4 over minus 4, which is a positive 1. That's how you find the x value. To find the y value, you simply plug in the x value into the original problem. So you go y is equal to minus 2 times 1 squared plus 4 times 1 minus 7. 1 squared is 1, so that's minus 2 times 1 plus 4 times 1 minus 7. Minus 2 plus 4 minus 7. And let's see, minus 4 plus 2 will be a positive 2, and a 2 minus 7 will be minus 5. So your vertex will be 1, minus 5. The second step is to find the axis of symmetry. And I'm just going to abbreviate that. And the axis of symmetry is a vertical line, and it's just going to be x is equal to 1. So it's x is equal to whatever the x value of the vertex is. And that's all you do there. If you want a formula for the axis of symmetry, then the formula for the axis of symmetry is simply x is equal to minus b over 2a. And if you plug in b, you get minus 4 over 2 times a minus 2, which is a minus 4 over a minus 4, which is just 1. And the third step is you're going to make a table of values. Put the third step here. Third step is make table of values. X, y, put the vertex here, 1 and it was 1 and negative 5. And now you can choose any values of x you want to. So some people get confused over how to choose the table of values, and it turns out as long as you choose one number which is larger than the x value of the vertex and one number smaller, it's fine. So I chose 3. And if you notice, the distance from 1 to 3 is a positive 2. So to capture the advantages of symmetry, I'm going to go back the same distance. So I'm going to go negative 2. So that's going to be a minus 1. And now I just plug in what these problems are. And so I'm just going to give myself a little bit more room here. And I have the original problem, which is y is equal to minus 2 plus 4 minus 7. And here I'm going to plug an x in. I'm going to plug in a 3 and a 3. And I get 3 squared is 9, so that's minus 2 times 9 plus 4 times 3 is 12 minus 7. So that's minus 18 plus 12 minus 7, which is minus 6 minus 7, which is minus 13. Now, because of symmetry, I know that that's going to be a minus 13 as well. If you don't remember that, or if you don't believe me, then you can just plug it in. Let's plug in a minus 1. We get minus 2 times minus 1 squared plus 4 times minus 1 minus 7. And then that's equal to negative 2 times a positive 1, right? Negative 1 squared is a positive 1, plus 4 times minus 1 minus 7. Now let's multiply. That's minus 2 minus 4 minus 7, which is minus 6 minus 7, which is a minus 13. I get exactly the same answer. Now let's look at go back to our original problem here. We have the table of values. The fourth step is just to plot and graph, plot and sketch. And let's go ahead and do that. We already know what the axis of symmetry is. We already know what the vertex is, so we just plot everything down. So let's just draw an XY graph. You know the vertex is going to be 1 minus 5. So that's positive 1 and negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have the axis of symmetry, which is a vertical line that goes through that point. And I just go axis of, I just abbreviate it and give the formula x is equal to 1. Then I have two other points, and the other 2 points may differ for you, but my 2 points were minus 1 minus 13 and 3 minus 13. Minus 1 and 13, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then 3, 13. Now you just sketch in as well as you can. Remember that there's a curvature here, so these aren't straight lines. And that's how you graph parabolas in standard form.